Listen to more episodes right now at soundbeat.org. Soundbeat is produced at the Belfer Audio Archive, Syracuse University Libraries. I'm Brett Barry.
Hi, this is Michael.
And I'm Dr. John.
Won't you join us for Hugh Talk, Monday through Thursday from 8 to 9 o'clock in the morning?
What we would like the callers to do is to call in and tell us what's on your mind.
That's Hugh Talk, Monday through Thursday, 8 o'clock in the morning. Join us, please.
This is KPFT Houston, 90.1 FM and FM HD1.
Support for KPFT and the Prison Show is provided by the Cohen Parole Law Firm. For almost 40 years, Gary Cohen has helped represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas obtain parole and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. For more information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthis, you can find it at the website, parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
Listeners should be aware that the following program contains language and audio images which may be found disturbing and may not be suitable for your snotty-nosed little brat who probably cusses like a sailor behind your back anyway. Parental discretion is advised.
Daddy, I'm coming to see you at visiting hours next week. Mama ain't been doing too well, I'll tell you more when we speak. And Billy's loving high school. He's out there blocking for JV. I'm sure he's gonna come around by the time you give a least. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know.
It's time to holler down the pipe chase and rattle them bars, because we're going to do a prison show for you right here at beautiful old, historic old, exciting new KPFT Houston, from the heart of Montrose, where we all hope tomorrow will be a better day.
Dreams, I can see your freedom. I will hold you once more. To the men with no visitors, no money on the books. Remember, David's always gonna be here. You're never so alone. This thing's my love. It's Friday night. The inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's prison radio. Prison radio.
Hey, there we go. Welcome to the Prison Show. Tonight is Friday, September the 6th, and we have a great show lined up, or David lined up a great show. And you know what? This week, TDCJ Troll has been bringing us some fabulous mugshots of formerly employed TDCJ employees. You know what? It never ceases to amaze me, some of the photos that, keep bringing it to us, Troll. We're appreciating it out here. Also, before I get on with it, last year there was a House Bill 607, Texas House Bill 607. Well, this was a bill relating to the solicitation of pen pals by certain inmates of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Well, apparently the WIN unit mailroom is denying mail, and they're referencing House Bill 607. And my friend Brian let me know that. So, of course, I went into research mode, and I was making sure it didn't pass. And no, it didn't. It died in committee. So I don't know why they're denying your mail, Brian. So, Win Unit mailroom. If anyone else at the Win Unit's having this problem with the same denial, let us know. Let us know. I'll be glad to see what I can do about that. And there's been other issues at quite a few prisons this week, anywhere from electrical issues to leaking in the cells, everything. And the only unit that's not very responsive is the Styles unit. Go figure. Go figure that. Anyway, tonight, David has Sharon McKinney, the executive director of TIFA and owner of Serenity Equine Therapy Center, and a few more endeavors. So Sharon's going to be on. Bethanie Fierro. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah,
Bethanie.
like the old car. Remember the old car, Fierro?
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. She is with Texas Prisons Alliance, the VP of Operations. Maggie Luna. We all love Maggie Luna, the Executive Director at Texas Harm Reduction Alliance. And, of course, Linda and I will be here with some death penalty news this evening. But
Pasquale's in the house.
And oh, yes.
In Savannah.
Savannah and Pasquale.
Pasquale's going to sing our song.
Yeah, the video was released this week.
Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate, and David was the judge. Woo.
Here comes the judge.
Yeah, with your big old beard. Yep, here comes the judge. So, yes, they're in the house, and of course, David's here, and Linda is back there.
Oh, yes, I'm here.
Yeah. She's here. So anyway, let's get to Sharon. I think she's first up. Hi, Sharon.
Hey, how are y'all doing?
We are making it. What about you?
I'm just laughing at David being the judge, and you left out Savannah was the prosecutor.
Oh, yes, Savannah was the prosecutor.
We were arguing pretty good, too.
Y'all were good. Well, the best was when Savannah rolled her eyes when she tried to give Pasquale, I guess, his little marching papers. So, yeah, we don't want either of y'all against us. So yeah. I can't wait till everybody gets to see the video. But, Savannah, do you want to give our little TIFA updates real quick?
Oh, she's coming. She's coming.
She's coming.
She's going to give
it.
Yeah, she's going to give the TIFA update.
Oh, I am. Okay, well.
Yeah, I'll talk about my little horses, and you talk about the little TIFA update.
Oh, okay. So, same updates as usual, guys. First, just make sure that you're registering for our statewide conference on October the 26th. Please tell your family members, friends, to get registered so that we can be prepared for everyone and make sure that we want to make sure that we're giving the information that people want to hear and getting people ready and excited for this next upcoming session. So please let everybody know. Go to our website, www.tifa.org. And then I want to give the address, and I can't remember it to save my life. But I want to give the address. We are also going to be tomorrow, TIFA and Pasquale, and of course, B. Frank, we're going to be at Ramsey tomorrow, Ramsey 1. And we're also going to Stringfellow. So going to give some updates and just follow up with some of the fellows on that unit tomorrow. So I'm excited about that. And Sharon's been really doing quite a bit. She just graduated from campaign school with SD Justice Group. So congratulations, Sharon. She's been doing a great job just learning, leadership and bringing tips and tools and all the things that we need to try to get this earned time credit bill filed.
Amen.
Passed, right? It seems like we've been working on it forever, but it's going to take everyone, and we're trying to do more collaborative efforts with other orgs who are interested in supporting this bill. So please reach out as you see things coming out. We want to get everybody involved, family members, and all stakeholders, because it's going to take everyone in order for us to get this done. You have anything else, Sharon?
Yay. Just that for those of y'all who didn't know, David Gutierrez, the parole board chair, retired, and our new parole board chair is Linda Moberly.
Yeah.
She's been in different, she was in Austin as a commissioner, then she went to Angleton as the board member, and now she is our board chair. So we'll see. I have always liked her, but I hear a lot of different things out there, but we'll see how she runs it different than Gutierrez. So,
well, we'll be watching the stats, and for those who don't know, you can always go on the website. We always want to monitor change just to see how it's impacting us and our loved ones. So, we'll keep y'all updated with how the statistics will be impacted by that recent change.
I don't know why it ain't playing in here.
So our P.O. Box for TIFA is P.O. Box 300220 in Austin, Texas, 78703-0004. That's P.O. Box 300220, Austin, Texas, 78703-0004. Take it away, Sharon.
Yay. Great. So just to recap, I have graduated from campaign school, so all of y'all come, join me on Monday, and I'll show y'all things that I learned that we haven't done before for earned time credit. So I feel I left really excited from California, and we're going to make some movement on that bill.
Now, you're talking about the Zoom meeting on Monday, right?
Yes, on the Zoom meeting. So I know you guys can't come. I know I wish that I could Zoom in there on the tablet.
That'd be fun.
But I can't. But we'll give you an update. We'll keep you really updated on the bill, because I really did learn some different strategies and different tactics. And, the advocates in L.A., they are ruthless. So
we need them over here.
Girl, wait till you hear. We do need them. Me and Savannah have already been telling them to come to Texas, but they say it's too hot. So, but in the TIFA newsletter, I teased y'all a little bit about my horses, because I realized that's all I ever talk about. And I teased y'all and said that I wanted to bring equine therapy into the prison. And I truly do. I think it fits. I can make it fit into TIFA's mission with reentry, mental health. I can make it fit, but I have not got permission. But I was just going to talk a little bit about equine therapy, because I don't think people really understand the connections that horses have with people. So I'm going to tell y'all. So the human-horse connection is something that's amazing, and unless you've really just experienced it, you're thinking, oh yeah, bull, those things just stink and all that kind of stuff. But the reason that the therapy works is because a horse is very emotional and sensitive to what you're feeling. So if they feel your emotion and your behavior, it's like they provide like real-time feedback. If you're mad, you get on that horse mad, you're probably going to be on the ground. But when you start building that bond and you start building that nonverbal connection, you learn how to read each other. So you read the horse's emotion and the horse reads your emotions. And you say, well, how does that work? Well, with somebody who's about to re-enter and they're going to come into this equine therapy program, what it does is when you start working with that horse and you start building that bond, it allows you to like open up emotions that you haven't ever opened up before. And it's really valuable for those of us who have been on the inside, because we're a little bit closed in our thinking, but we find ourselves able to have this non-judgmental space, because for the most part, horses don't talk back, and you feel more relaxed and you're grounded. It's not a stressful transition, and everything all rolled into one helps you overall do better when you come home. So, do y'all think I can do it? Do y'all think I can get it in there?
Well,
Mr. Carter?
I think that we'll stand behind you.
Yes.
We'll give some noise to the project, because I think I've never had really a lot of dealings with horses.
Oh, I have. I used to own horses. I like to ride, but when I go to Sharon's, I'm usually working, so I don't usually get to.
She is, but you're going to come, because we're going to get Pasquale on a horse.
He already said no.
Yes,
Pasquale already said no.
No, he will. He'll trust me. He will. He'll do it. He'll fall in love. And Linda and Dani and David and Dee Dee, y'all are all come. We'll have a big reunion, and I'll show y'all, because it's easier to show someone how you make that connection than it is. And I've worked with. What made me get into doing this is the foster system. My son and daughter-in-law adopted a sibling set of 4. And it has been a journey. And Maggie Luna, I don't know if you can hear me, but she's been on this journey with me. So, and Savannah too, poor Savannah. But that's how I got into the therapy, because I saw an article about how they had worked with children who had been in foster care, and it made a difference. I had her for the summer, and she went home a different person. My son's like, I don't even know who I'm talking to.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Whenever I was a teenager, I was in a lot of trouble, and there was a stable in the neighborhood, and I got a job there, and I never thought I'd want to shovel dookie in my life, but just hanging around them horses and being able to brush them and wash them and spend time with them, it kept me out of a lot of trouble. That and the pot I was smoking.
Yeah. So it is not only about the riding, but the riding is a very important part of it. But you can also do the therapy just from the ground. Some really good teamwork, seeing what you can get that horse to do without touching it. So I do some work with autistic children, and riding horses is actually very good for them to learn balance. So you think that you hold on to a horse with your hands, and now you're going to be on the ground. So you really hold on to a horse with your legs. So it's all about your upper body core strength.
Okay, so me and Linda would be on the ground.
Yeah, that's okay. Everybody's going to fall off.
I don't even know if we could get up on the horse.
I've got steps.
She's got steps.
Really?
Got steps. Yeah.
Oh, ooh. Well, me and Linda were talking about it tonight at dinner, and we were laughing because, Linda and I are barely 5 foot tall, barely, if that.
Oh, we got steps for you.
Well, that should be funny. That should be funny.
Yeah.
Well, we may have to take you up on that.
I'm telling you need to. And then you'll see, and then that'll help you when we go try to talk to Mr. Carter to get it in.
That works. That works. Mm-hmm. I will be more than happy to help you with that.
It can be our model.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. You can be a model.
You can do this short film on me falling off. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. We'll put you on a smaller horse, not a real high one, maybe a little pony so you don't fall so far.
Make sure the grass is kind of high to cushion her.
There is. I do teach you how to fall off. So I will teach you how to fall off, because if you fall off the wrong way, you're going to have, what's that break called, Savannah, when the bone comes out? You're going to have that.
Oh, the compound or compound fracture. Yeah.
That thing, yeah.
Yeah, if we don't need none of that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've had those before.
Fall recovery is important.
Yes.
Yeah.
I experienced that.
I did that last year at 80 mile an hour. I don't need to do it again.
Yeah, you sure did. I need to teach you how to fall too, David.
Hey, I did pretty good. I only broke a big toe.
All joking aside, we do teach our kids how to fall off of a horse. So it will save you a whole lot of broken bones if you roll your little old self out of the way.
I need a crash dummy suit.
Yeah. Well, Sharon, we appreciate you coming on. We appreciate Savannah being here. We love it when y'all come to the studio. Well, Sharon hasn't been in a minute.
Yeah, she's got to come visit.
She needs to
I need to come visit.
We bought fruit today, so get any.
You could be sitting here eating fruit with us.
Yeah, they put it in the other room. What the hell?
Yeah. Tempt me with food. That's how you're going to get me there.
Well,
I do promise, once we get through with the conference and my world slows down, I'm going to be there.
Well,
Y'all be sick of me.
Well, thank you, Sharon. We appreciate you coming on, and we look forward to the next update you have. And I will be there Monday night on Zoom.
Yes. Come on. See you then. All right. Y'all
right.
hang in there. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Now we have Bethanie on line 1. And she is the Vice President of Operations with Texas Prisons Alliance. Hi, Bethany.
Hi, how are you?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I've been enjoying the change in the weather, the cooler temperature greatly.
Oh, yeah. I don't like it. This rain's killing me.
I love the rain.
I think the rain stopped for the weekend, and it's supposed to be like in the 60s.
Oh,
really? Yeah, it's been raining every day over here where I'm at. But, I mean, it's good for all our loved ones.
Absolutely, it is, yes.
So now we're just starting to prepare our facilitators and advocates for the winter season. A lot of people don't realize that the TDCJ Administrative Directive 1064 is also including the cold temperatures. So we're having to get them ready for the winter. And we've also launched our new department, which is the Prisoner Support Advocate and Correspondence Department. And this is basically where our incarcerated loved ones can send their letters of request for assistance. Especially that they don't have anybody on the outside to advocate for them. This is where we get to step in and be their voice for them. I know a lot of people don't have family support out here to do that for them. So we're really excited for that department. Yeah.
That's great. That's actually a really, really good change.
No, it is, and it's been keeping us really busy. Since our podcast with Worthy People aired, we've been getting tons of letters. So we've been kind of a little backed up on that because by the time it gets mailed to us and we got to scan the letters, but we're working very hard on those. Texas Prison Alliance, we don't want anybody to feel like they've been overlooked or forgotten in any way. So this is just another opportunity for us to be able to ensure that TDCJ is held accountable per their own policies. But aside from just the letters, the families can still go to our website at texasprisonsalliance.org to fill out a request for assistance. And within 24 hours, one of our facilitators will be able to reach out to them.
And that's texasprisonsalliance.org?
Yes, ma'am. Don't forget the S after prisons. A lot of people say Texas Prison Alliance.
Yeah, Tatiana drilled that into because it's easy to just say Texas Prison Alliance. You have to say prisons. So how can, if someone on the inside, I'm sure everyone has your address from the podcast, but what's the address that they write to you if they need assistance?
So they can send their letters to P.O. Box 1563, Pearland, Texas, 775 88.
All right.
And just make sure that they do include like their housing area, because a lot of times the letters won't have the housing area. So it just helps us better assist them if we know exactly like where they're located.
Absolutely. And do you add them on the tablet afterwards, or do you just keep it snail mail?
No, we send them an e-message when we've completed it and get a hold of them that way. Awesome. But a lot of times the letters will ask us to e-message them first to see what they need, and we really can't do that right now. So it's better that they just include in their letter exactly what kind of assistance they're needing. And it just makes it a lot easier for us, and we can get to it a lot faster. So we don't have to keep going, back and forth through the e-messaging.
Okay. All right. So what else do you have for us this evening?
So I wanted to bring up and mention, I have a petition going for my husband, Adrian Fierro, and it's called Free Fierro 2024. He received a 50-year sentence for a non-ag, non-violent crime where no other parties were involved. He was initially supposed to be given 10 years, but he missed court, and they sentenced him in absentia. They habitualized him, and then they gave him 50 years. So I have a petition going for him on change.org/Free Fierro 2024. And I'm just asking everybody for their support in signing the petition, sharing the petition, and most importantly, I'm asking for prayers. I have so much faith in God, and I know his delays are not denials, and I believe God will bring him home. And so I'm just asking everybody for them to just sign it, share it, and pray.
Absolutely. I see David sent me a link to it, and it does.
I put it on our page, too.
God's delays are not denials. That's awesome.
Yes, I live by that. Yes. And on change.org, it has our story. I give a little backstory on us. Mm-hmm. And you can go also find us on Facebook. It's Adrian Bethanie Fierro. And I always have different posts there. So I just really am trying to get his story out. Because supposed to be given 10 years and then going to 50 years for something that's non-aggravated, non-violent, and no other parties are involved, I mean, it just shows where the justice system is at. And it's not fair. And by no means is he, or are we, saying he didn't do anything wrong. Of course, he takes full responsibility, but the sentence does not go, with the charges he got. So that's basically why I created a petition.
Okay. And so we have that up on the website. David put that up on our Facebook page. So
thank you so much.
Not a problem. And we'll of course share it on different sites through the weekend. And we also have the heat directive, which includes the cold temperatures. We really don't think about that, but as my good friend at the Ellis unit says, during the summer we break out the windows because it's so hot, and then during the winter it's so cold, and the windows being broken out is, they have to go in there and repair them, which takes a long time, and then of course you're breaking out the windows again. So yeah,
TDCJ and making repairs it takes a while, and the only ones that end up suffering are our loved ones, and it isn't fair. By no means is it fair. So we just the best that we can do out here is just educate our facilitators and our advocates and get them prepared, so when we start getting those requests in. And we're going to be having another podcast with Worthy People, which is airing, it's going to be recorded September 27th. And I'm not sure exactly the date it's going to actually be on Pando, but I know after that we're going to get a lot more requests coming in. So we just want to be fully prepared.
What will the topic be? Do you know?
We're going to just be introducing our facilitators, kind of like a meet and greet, and introducing our reentry and mentorship program, also the Resilient Young People of Texas. We have our Veterans Department, so it's just basically like a meet and greet of all our mentors and facilitators and advocates.
Okay. All right. I'm sure you will be getting a lot of mail after that. And just, can you give out that address again?
Yes, it's P.O. Box 1563, Pearland, Texas, 77588. And our website is texasprisonsalliance.org.
What kind of information do you have on the website?
We have our team shows all of our facilitators and advocates. It has the request for assistance, and it has the different programs that we have in department. So it gives you a little more in-depth information about each one.
All right. Well, thank you, Bethany. We appreciate you being on. We're going to share that information about your husband and the petition, and we look forward to having TPA on again soon.
Thank you so much for having me. And to my husband, I love you.
All right. Thank you.
But I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on. Have a great weekend.
You too. God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, and now we have Maggie Luna, the Executive Director at Texas Harm Reduction Alliance. And there we go. Now we have Maggie.
She said, "Oh, what happened?" I said, "You hit the wrong button."
How you doing, Maggie?
I'm doing good. How are y'all doing?
Splendid, just splendid. What do you have for us this evening?
Well, first of all, I want to say I'm so honored to be on the same night with Sharon, McKinney, and Pasquale in Savannah.
Hey, Maggie. Maggie's my bestie. We miss you, Maggie. I hope you come to Houston soon.
I will be in Houston October the 11th.
Well, we'll be here.
All right.
So, yeah.
Are you going to come to the station?
Yeah, we'll be on the air that night.
Come on.
Oh, really?
You'll be here in person.
Yeah, I'll be there for a National Sobering Center conference thing.
How late's that go on?
It's for 3 days, the 9th, 10th, and the 11th.
So could you take off an evening and come to the station?
Yeah.
At night.
Cool. Woohoo.
Yay.
Yeah. I'll plan on that.
That's awesome. I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, well, no, I saw you at the summit.
Yeah, at the summit.
Yeah, we have a photo.
Yeah, we got selfies.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I always have to catch pictures with y'all when I see you because I never know when it's going to happen again.
Right. It's few and far between.
Yeah.
Like we're only a couple 100 miles away from each other. I mean...
I know. When I first moved to Austin, I was like, "Oh, I'll be back in Houston all the time." And now, when I get a free weekend, I just want to stay home.
Yeah, I hear you.
I used to be out running the streets, and I was telling somebody, I work at Texas Harm Reduction Alliance, and the things that I do now, nobody would have trusted me with 5 years ago. So.
Well, that just proves how awesome you are.
Man.
Well, tell us about it.
So, yeah, I'm at Texas Harm Reduction Alliance. We just finished, last month was Overdose Awareness Month, and so we had a bunch of events, but mostly we did a press rally in front of the governor's mansion talking about the drug laws and, all the people that are incarcerated on drug charges and how the drug war has been on people and hasn't really done anything. And so we've got people dying in the streets now, and it's meaningless. So with session coming up, we just want to remind the lawmakers that their laws are killing people. And then we did Overdose Awareness Day, which was the 31st, and we had people come out and honor those that they've lost to the drug war. And, yeah, that was a good turnout. So
it really is surprising how many people are locked up for drug offenses or DWIs for alcohol, locked up for a very long time.
1 in 5 people that are currently incarcerated are there for a drug offense.
Wow, I didn't know it was that much.
Yeah. And there's been no scientific evidence to prove that criminalization works for drugs at all. So, yeah, it's just adding to the prison system, increasing prison labor with people who use drugs when it's really just about the money you have and the people that you run with. Because I know plenty of drug addicts in high places.
Oh, yeah, ain't that the truth? And even in prison, you can still obtain the same, or pretty much the same drugs. Some of them are worse, like some of the stuff getting in prison right now is just...
Yeah. Or, like what we're seeing in the overdose community is, so when you're incarcerated and getting drugs on the inside, the drugs on the inside are not the same that you're going to find on the streets. And so people being released from prison and doing drugs when they get out are over 100 times more likely to die of an overdose because they are expecting whatever they've been doing in prison and it's not working. I mean, it's not the same. And so people are dying at high rates when they come out of prison. And so, I mean, we have a reentry team that goes in and it just tries to educate people about what's happening in the streets, the increase in fentanyl and stimulants. You know, people who aren't looking for fentanyl, but they're looking for something to stimulate them, aren't expecting that, and that's how they're dying. Now, if you're actively seeking fentanyl, then you know how to use it, and usually you know how to moderate it. But it's the people who aren't expecting it that are dying. And so we have a reentry team that goes into the jails and just lets people know, come get some Narcan from us. You know, nobody's telling you. I mean, I'm not stupid. We're not stupid. People get out of prison, and that's what happens because we don't have the resources, and society has outcasted us once we get out of prison. So we go back to what we know. We just want people to stay alive until they can get to those resources and be successful.
Right. And I remember the last time you were on, you had talked about the Narcan and how you have that in the jails now, or are you still trying to get it in the jails?
No, I know that they have it in the jails, but it's locked, or I know the officers should be carrying it on them. But just like what we're seeing in the schools, you know, it needs to be readily available in places where you don't have an officer at all times, because usually it's happening in the bathrooms, you know. Mm-hmm. And if somebody is overdosing in the bathroom, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to run out and tell the cops, you know. And so one of the things I'm advocating for is that it's not... you cannot get high off of Narcan, no. And you cannot hurt somebody with Narcan. So it should not be as regulated as they have it, because people are dying while we're waiting on somebody who's been approved to have Narcan to get to the person and save their life. You know?
Well, hopefully it'll be available in the prison soon, because we're hearing so many stories about people dying from these drugs, and having Narcan would save. I mean, we're hearing stories of people dying a lot. Yeah, different units.
Well, that's the thing. The war doesn't stop when you get incarcerated. It doesn't solve
That's
the
right.
problem.
No, it does not. And in some cases, it makes it worse.
Right.
It does, because you've lost anything that you have in the world. So it's not a solution, and it's killing people. It's killing our people. So we want to keep people alive and bring them to the Capitol to tell the truth to power.
That's right.
I like that. Tell the truth to power.
So didn't they pass it where you can buy Narcan over the counter?
Yeah, but it's like $40.
Oh.
And the government gets it for free. I mean, they just invested billions of dollars into it. So it's all, trying to make money off of something that...
So I think people think that if they put Narcan out there, then that's a permission statement for people to use.
Yeah, that's what we hear. We hear that all the time. And, it's like a condom is a permission statement to have sex.
Or giving out rigs is a permission statement to do intravenous drugs.
Exactly. And what it's doing is helping the community as a whole, because we're not passing diseases and we're saving lives. So, and I'm not going to say, oh my God, I'm a heroin addict in recovery. I'm around Narcan all day, every day. It doesn't make me think, oh, I should go score some heroin because I get Narcan every day.
It doesn't work that way. No.
Not at all.
Well, Maggie, how can people get a hold of you?
Okay, so you can write me at P.O. Box 14443, Austin, Texas 78761. It's P.O. Box 14443, Austin, Texas 78761.
All right. Well, thank you, Maggie. And we look forward to seeing you soon.
Yes, thank you. Love you, Savannah.
Love you too, Maggie.
Bye. Love you too, David and Linda and Dani.
Love you, girl. You take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right. Now it is Linda and I. Ooh. The angels. All right, are you ready, Linda?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So, good evening, everyone on Texas Death Row and everyone else listening. I've been having trouble catching up with my emails. I apologize. I'm trying. Unless you call me a loser, then I'm not trying. Shout out to our friends over at the federal prison system also. So right now, according to TDCJ, we have 5 scheduled executions in Texas. And of course, we know there's more coming. Get your phones out right now, because you can give your loved ones the number to call the governor's office at 512-463-2000 or 512-463-1782. Tell them you oppose the death penalty in all executions. Start calling those DAs, those county DAs. If you oppose the death penalty and you haven't been doing your part, start doing it. Big shout out to Leroy at the PAC unit, who reminded me recently again that no voice is too small. Like I said, currently we have 5 official executions scheduled. Travis Mullis is scheduled for September the 24th and is out of Galveston County. Garcia White is scheduled for October the 1st and is out of Harris County. Robert Roberson is scheduled for October the 17th and is out of Anderson County. Stephen Nelson is scheduled for February the 5th and is out of Tarrant County. And David Wood is scheduled for March the 13th and is out of El Paso County. Now, as my friend Mayo says, here's the news you can use. And just a reminder, if you want a copy of the information, just let Linda or I know. I have double-checked, triple-checked. Nothing has changed yet. September 30th is going to be a huge conference date at the Supreme Court for Texas. The court will release the order list on Monday, October the 7th. Gabriel Hall, you are still scheduled for conference at the Supreme Court coming out of the CCA on September the 30th. Moses Mendoza, you are scheduled for conference at the Supreme Court coming out of the Fifth Circuit on September the 30th. Aurelia Escobar, you are still scheduled for conference at the Supreme Court. Oh, no, we don't have your date. You're the one I don't have a date on yet. But I'm still looking. We assume it's September 30th. Richard Tabler, you are scheduled for conference at the Supreme Court on September 30th, coming out of the Fifth Circuit. Chong Tong, you are also scheduled for conference at the Supreme Court, coming out of the Fifth Circuit on September the 30th. Rodney Reed, you still have oral arguments scheduled at the Fifth Circuit on Monday, September the 23rd at 10:30 a.m. Eugene Broxton, Judge Brian Warren at the trial court signed the state's proposed findings of fact, conclusions of law, and order on August the 19th. Great big hugs to you, Eugene. Bartholomew Granger, on August the 27th, you filed a petition for rehearing at the Fifth Circuit. Anthony Medina, on August the 29th, you filed a petition for rehearing at the Fifth Circuit. Garcia White, on August the 29th, you filed an 11071 writ at the CCA. The state requested it to be dismissed, and then you responded to that on September the 4th. Travis Mullis, on August the 30th, the Fifth Circuit sent your attorneys a letter. Willie Washington, on September the 4th, the state filed its hearing exhibits at the district court. Brian Davis, on September 4th, Judge Simlake denied your post-conviction writ of habeas corpus, and it is dismissed with prejudice, and your COA is denied. Amos Wells, on September the 6th, you filed a reply to the state's response at the Fifth Circuit. And Robert Roberson, you have, this past couple weeks, it has been, the media flurry around your case has been exceptional. John Grisham wrote an article about your case, and I know that there's several other things floating around about your case. So we have our fingers crossed for you. And we love you. Don't forget that. All right. Linda, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I've got a poem tonight for Ken Decker. Being in prison is lonely at night. It's waiting for letters that no one will write. It's finding out that hearts are made of stone, realizing that you are all alone. It's waiting for visits and phone calls that never take place from family and friends who have forgotten your face. It's why time seems to move so slow, wondering why the ones you love have left you alone. Despite it all, do my time with my head held high. It's never too late to say I'm sorry. I'll give it another try. I ask myself, why did I choose to commit a crime? That's a good poem, but it's sad.
Very sad.
Very sad. And then I have another one by Teapots from the Win Unit, A New Beginning. Let my failures ever teach me of the past not to choose. My mother gave me fair warning, but I chose to say I do. Parents can see down the road much further than we can perceive. I was living in the heat of the moment. I only wanted what pleased me. Silly of me to think that my marriage would be a success. While drinking, partying, and doing drugs, my life became one big mess. Then he called me out of the darkness and into the marvelous light. He showed me the error of my ways. He showed me wrong from right. O Lord, have mercy and please forgive me for the ways that I've been living. Pardon my sins, teach me your ways, show me a new beginning. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
It is beautiful. So, I was checking out the Heat lawsuit that was filed. I was looking at the docket sheet. And, of course, there's some exhibits. And some of the exhibits show exactly what was presented. Autopsies. There's just schizophrenia pinpointed as a key factor in heat deaths. There's just all kinds of exhibits that were submitted. Now, I do know that several people have filed a motion to intervene on this lawsuit to get the documents. So one particular person, I won't mention the name, filed a motion to do that, and he requested certain documents be sent. And the Western District responded to him, said, "We are in receipt of your correspondence request." And they're willing to give it to him at 50 cents a page. 50 cents a page. So the total for what he is requesting is $381. That's now I can understand the postage. I do understand, the court requesting postage, but that's a little over. And I don't even know if I actually added that right. I was never good at math. I'll be the first one to admit it. But just the docket sheet is 27 pages long. And then the amended complaint is 57 pages long. And the motion for a preliminary injunction is 678 pages. And that's with all the exhibits. So, yeah. That's what they want to charge you. So, but they're willing to give it to you if you have 381. Maybe you have some of that stimulus money left over. Somehow I doubt it since the tablets got there. But yeah, there's a lot of good information if you're willing to pay for it. Anyway, the person who requested this, I did send you a e-message. You're at the Terrell Unit, so I did send you an e-message. So check it out. You'll see me, D. Allen. If you would like more information, just hit me up on the tablet. And like I was saying, the WIN unit telling my friend Brian that he couldn't send out a picture because he was it was solicitation of pen pals. What the hell? And the House Bill 607 didn't even pass. Didn't even pass last session. And the mailroom is using that as an excuse. And I did respond to you, Brian, but I'm not even sure if the mailroom will give you that. Who knows what some of these mailrooms.
I know.
Yeah, they've been, I know my mail is really, really slow. Even my emails. My emails are, how are your emails, Savannah?
They're not as bad. All red's always bad because they're always short staffed. So sometimes it can take up to like 10 days, 2 weeks over there. But otherwise, it's not too bad. 3 days, I think, is too long. But especially with e-message, I just feel like it should be instant. I know there's a process, but it really defeats the purpose to have to go through the motions, especially when you're still paying. Like, it's not like, you really don't have the convenience outside of saving paper because you still have to pay. So.
You still have to pay, absolutely. Now, I do think it's a little bit cheaper than JPay because we were paying per page, and this is just one.
I don't think we should have to pay. That's just me. Anything is too much. I just feel like, it should be a part of rehabilitation and reentry. People should be able to stay in contact with their family members. And I just think there are some family members that it's not expensive, but it's an added expense. And that's not always taken into consideration.
And it always falls on the family members.
It always falls on the family members.
It never fails.
Yes.
So between the phone, the cost of the phone calls, between the cost of the e-messaging, which I know people typically, if they're using the phone, the e-messages are not really.
Yeah. Well, it depends. I have my brother who's incarcerated, my son, he's my stepson, and that's not including the people that I communicate with on behalf of the org, and then I have two brothers, they're both incarcerated, one's in Oklahoma, but just between my loved ones, I spend quite a bit, more than a car note and insurance. And that's just me doing the bare minimum to make sure that they're okay and that, that I'm keeping in contact with them. So I just, I'm just thankful that I'm able to do it,
But a lot of families
can't afford.
Absolutely. I know I'm just a single girl out here trying to make it, and I've got. I see you, David. Oh, Pasquale.
Oh. Did you notice that this is Pasquale on my shirt?
Oh, I did not. They're wearing matching little outfits. Yeah. And I did not notice that they had Pasquale on that. That is so cute.
It's a cartoon character. Oh, come on, hon. Excuse me.
Are you good? Is it time for you to sing?
What are you doing? I was adding up your math is right.
Well, I just want to say a little something before I minister the music. To every brother in prison in Texas, under the sound of my voice, I just want you to realize, man, that God is with you right there where you at. I know it seems hard in there, it seems dark sometimes and lonely, but God is right there with you. Jeremiah 29:11 says, I know the thoughts the thoughts that I think towards you, thoughts of good and not evil, to give you a future and a hope. So I just want you to know that God has a plan for your life, and it's good, and He has a future and a hope for you. My brother Ernesto Perez, he asked me to give a shout out to one, Selena's on Huntsville Unit, Chaplain Martin, and Chaplain Quincy. So another thing I want to say is that it'd be a good idea, man, if you just sit down and pray and ask God to work on your heart. That's the key thing. God wants to work on your heart, and He wants to set you free from prison. And if you're not ever getting out, just know that God wants to work on your heart so you can spend eternity with Him in heaven. He created you. He loves you. All right, Dave, I'm ready. Bow down your ear, O Lord, hear me, for I am poor and needily. Preserve my life, for I am holy. You are my God. Save your servant who trusts in Thee. Be merciful unto me, Lord, for I cry unto You daily. Rejoice the soul of your servant, for unto You I lift up my soul. For You are ready to forgive, and abounding in mercy and truth upon all those who call upon You. Oh yeah. The lips of a righteous man is a well of life. Nicodemus asked Christ, how can you be born again? It's be born twice. I'm anointed like Moses. I went to prison like Joseph. The blessing of the Lord make it rich. My cup run it over. So play with keys and explosives. Trick mind with hypnosis. I used to sell purple potions with the right amount of doses. But now I drink from the true vine, bringing darkness to closure, putting truth into motion, bringing hope to the hopeless. God's promises bring hope for tomorrow, like what God did to Pharaoh. bringing joy out of sorrow. King Jesus, I'ma follow. The word is alive, sharper than a two-edged sword, dividing the joint from marrow. Help us, Jesus, help to keep us away from all these haters and all diseases. And all these people with this pistol squeezing, running up in churches and schools like it's open season. And all hypocrisy with disbelieving. Give me my Bible and my scriptures, Lord, I'll make them believe it. Please let them in heaven gates, cause Jesus died on the cross, I know it ain't too late. And please have mercy for the last time. You forgave the world in Christ for their past crimes. Lord, please let them in heaven gates, cause Jesus died on the cross, I know it ain't too late. Jesus, I love your blessings, I love your presence. You so deep in my heart, Jesus, I love your essence. Help your people to realize in your eyes they precious. In Christ Jesus alone, all the riches and treasures have me stand firm with tests. Love you more, not lesser. Baptize the whole world with the Holy Ghost without measure. Ministry matters. We don't need no lights and cameras. This is God platform. Live transform is the only thing that matters. Hallelujah. Details family. We going in the trenches, behind prison fences, keeping God business. Y'all better pay attention. You boys better listen. Jesus told us to make disciples was the Great Commission. Please let them in heaven gates, cause Jesus died on the cross, I know it ain't too late. And please have mercy for the last time. You forgave the world in Christ for their past crimes. Lord, please let them in heaven gates, cause Jesus died on the cross, I know it ain't too late. And please have mercy for the last time. You forgave the world in Christ for their past crimes. Hallelujah. God bless y'all. It's so funny, when I got ready to rap for God, my voice started messing up. The enemy can't stop this. I love y'all, brothers. God bless.
You're listening to KPFT Houston. Support for KPFT and the Prison Show is provided by the Cohen Parole Law Team. For almost 40 years, Gary Cohen has helped to represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas obtain parole and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. More information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthus, can be found on their website at parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
All right. Now it's time for some shout-outs. Call us at 713-526-5738, option number 2, to speak to your loved one on the air. And we have Tom. Hey, Tom.
Hey, how y'all doing today?
We're doing. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I've been hanging in there. This is Captain Tom. I'm doing my shout-outs for the Prison Show. I have Arkansas, Leroy, Adrian Cortez, J.B. Anderson, John M. Armstrong, Pete Sines, Clarence Lee Bowman. By the way, I spoke to Clarence, and he is doing excellent. Chris Ryan, Terry Morris, Daniel Valdez, Jamie Levino, Stephen Hadaway, Paul Scales, Terry Leggett, Emmett Dudley, Paul Johnson, Eugene Salazar, Jose Baez, let's see, Clinton Ridley. We have Cole White, and we have Shannon Dougherty, Chad Blueberry, Thomas Harris, Samuel Harris, Robert Harris, Bobby Joe Harper, and Stephen Young. And that's all for this week. You still continue to donate to KPFT by going to kpft.org or call 713-526-5738 or text the word GIVE to 713-526-5738. And make sure you donate to the Prison Show. Catch y'all next week right here at KPFT. I'm out.
Thank you, Captain Tom. All right. Now, let's go to Lydia. Maybe? Okay, we're getting there. Here you go, Lydia. Hey, Lydia?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to my son, Bethel. Just tell him that we're doing good. So we did go after all. We went for the walk. Then we went to have custard at Freddy's. So I don't know what good the walk did, but we walked. Bingo was the only one that didn't have custard. So his walk was well worth it. And that's about all, mijo. That's all we did this afternoon. Can you hear me, Dani?
Sure can. Yes.
Okay. Because I know Beto told me sometimes he can't hear me, or sometimes they don't get the signal. He said last week they didn't get the signal, so he didn't get to hear they've been having trouble getting the station there.
Yeah, we've been hearing it from quite a few people at different units.
Okay, yeah. Well,
we got the new Huntsville number up at 91.9.
Oh, they can listen to it on a different station?
Yeah, in Huntsville, it's broadcasting now at 91.9.
Okay. Yeah, I Beto told me he didn't get to hear it because they haven't been getting a good signal there. Yeah, but my saludos to all the guys. You know who you are, and I did receive your message, Moises, thanking me for putting you on that list for the catalog. But I'll let me do it. Okay. I'll talk to you tomorrow, mijo. Love you and miss you. Get some rest. Good night. Good night, everyone. Drive safely.
Good night, Lydia. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, we want to remind everybody that down in Galveston, we're broadcasting at 89.5. Here in Houston is 90.1. But in Huntsville, we changed it. It's 91.9, so it's up a little bit. Hopefully that other station won't be walking all over you.
Yeah, we're keeping our fingers crossed. All right, Caitlin. Maybe?
This is a shout out for Beto, Garza, and Plonsky. Hey boo, how are you? I hope that you're in good health and spirits and that there's a smile on your handsome face. As for me, well, I am absolutely exhausted today. I sent you I sent you one picture anyway from London. I sent you more later, but yeah, it was a crazy long shift in work. We started at 5 a.m. on, what day was it? Oh my gosh, I'm all confused with my days. 5 a.m. and then we went to London, did Harry Potter World, came back yesterday, at 6 p.m. So yeah, it was a busy day. Yeah, I was like kind of full on, but yeah, there was loads of smiles. The lady had a great time and everything went smooth. So here today, I am just chilling with Daytona and giving her big time snuggles because she was like, you left me for so long, Mom. Other than that, yeah, things are going good. Please know that you're my heart, thoughts, and prayers, and that I'm sending you big hugs and kisses. So good night, sweet dreams, and stay safe. And to everybody at the Prison Show, a big thank you for making this happen.
I love Caitlin. She's so sweet. All right, now we have a Leslie. Leslie on line 2. Hey, Leslie.
Hey. Hi.
Hey.
I have happy Friday, everybody. Hey, Savannah. Hey, Pasquale. Hey, David. Hey, Linda. hey. I got
Hey,
my
Sugar Pom Pom.
Hey, Sugar Pom
Hey,
Pom.
hey.
Oh man, no. How everybody doing tonight? And I just want to say thank y'all so much, Miss Savannah, I'm sorry, Mr. David, and my friend, Miss Dani. I just want to say thank y'all so much for what y'all doing. It was very appreciated by not only me, but the rest of the people, within the system, and all the mothers, wives, and everybody that's supporting their loved ones in here. I just want to tell all y'all to keep the courage, keep the faith, and, just know that we're going to do better, so just hang in there with us, and, we're going to try to do better and be the men that we know we can be. But now that I have a platform to finally say what I always been wanting to say, I know God never allowed me that chance, early on in my incarceration. The first time, I did 21 years flat. Because I was a rascal, I didn't care. I was very selfish, I didn't even much care about my family due to my behavior. I was only worried about myself, my image. And through my 21 years in incarceration from the age of 19, it hurt me, and I only hurt myself tremendously. And I got out in 2013 after a 45-year sentence that I paroled on. I had family support, and I finally made it home. I stayed out 5 years, 8 months. I had a good job working at the Port of Houston, and I tend to want to rub elbows with the wrong people and didn't want to get some hard head, and I find myself back in here, which, God blessed me for beating a life sentence. So I just say all that to let the people know that supporting us, that, hey, we make mistakes, but we learn from it, and just with God and family support, we're going to do better. And, I'm just so happy that I have lived in my corner, because I didn't have nobody else. And, I really was ready to give up. And she came in my life, and I was at my end with. I'm just so thankful for her. And, the people, Miss Dani, Mr. David, I just thank y'all for being a part of her life as well. Because y'all encouraged her, and she had someone to talk to. It makes me a better man as well to know that she's in my corner. And, I was just so thankful for the support I have. And I just want y'all to know that, you guys are doing a good job, and never think what y'all doing is going unheard, because with one word that you may say to somebody, it can touch thousands of people. It just can comprehend what y'all are doing, and we can use it in our lives, and it can be an effective tool to help us be better men. I just want to say thank you all. And yes, Radio World, I'm hunted from. I guess I took that name, so I just want to say thank y'all so much. It means a lot. Just to know that it's not only lives, it supports me and wants me to do better. But I thank y'all so much for the parents, again, for the mothers, the wives. Thank y'all so much for never giving up on us. I just know a lot of us are going to do great things once we're out here, and we can continue to do great things while we're here. So I want to tell y'all, my squad, hey, may God bless you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Mr. Savannah, hey, keep doing what you're doing. It's been very important. And thank you for being a crutch in the community, your prison show, and your family. Hey, you're an OG of the game. I applaud you, for what you do, how strong you are. So much props to all of y'all. I just thank y'all so much.
Oh, Sugar Pom Pom, I love you. My pancake.
Oh my God, that was awesome. Thank you.
Yes. I appreciate all of y'all as well. And Miss Linda, David, Savannah, Pasquale, and Miss Dani, y'all are my people. I love y'all.
And you're part of our group. We love you too.
Yes.
We can't wait for you to come to the station.
Oh my, we're gonna turn up. All right.
No, hasn't nobody asked me what Honey Pom Pom has. Nobody heard it, so y'all keep that on the down low. Keep it on the down low.
Yeah, we shout it from the rooftops.
Oh man. Hey man, this is the first time I ever been on the radio, so but hey, I have a strong woman in my corner also.
Yes, you
I
do.
thank God for that.
Yes, you do.
So y'all keep up the good work. God bless y'all.
All right.
Well,
bye, you guys.
Bye,
a lot of time.
God bless y'all.
Oh, Miss Dani. I'm not Miss Dani. I guess you're gonna ask Leslie later on what that number was at the table, right?
Okay, I'm gonna ask her.
Oh man.
All right. Thank y'all.
Bye, you guys. Bye.
Bye. So last weekend, David, I already told Linda, but we went to go visit, and Leslie had a contact visit, and she was like across the room from me. But when he came out, I screamed across the room, "Sugar Pampa!" And he just turned and looked at me like, shh. And everyone got quiet in the visitation room like, what? What did she say?
Yeah, that's so funny.
It is funny. And yeah, he was like, what? Don't do that.
Your secret's out.
Yeah, secret's out. And okay, now we have Melissa.
This goes out to the East Texas unit.
This message is for John Rothman, Dorm A1, Bunk 33. I just wanted to let you know, babe, that I love you very much. And regardless what life throws at us, we can get through it as long as we do it together. We have to work together for things to work. So when you hear this, please give me a call. Good night, sweet dreams, handsome. I love you very much. Don't forget to pray for us and hold me tight. Remember, I'm yours forever.
All right, you need to call her. That was a sweet message. You need to call her. All right. Now we have Mike, Mysterious Mike.
Hello, this is Mysterious Mike doing his shout-outs for the prison show. Here's my shout-outs to Guys of Texas, Guy Alexander, Jamie Cupitt, Stephen Russell, Stephen McGee. Shout-out for Philip Perez. Michelle and Lucy want me to do a shout-out for Paul. Shout-out for Matt, Thomas, Edward Reeves, Adam Wilkerson. Shout-out for Oz, Haas. Shout-out for Keith Money. Tasha wants me to do a shout-out for Payday. Aaron Vasquez, a shout-out for him. Shout-out for Chris Robertson. Blaine Milam. Shout-out for Bill R. Sims. Shout-out for Wayman Lee Cart. And a special shout-out to Clarence Lee Bowman. You can continue to write to Mysterious Mike in care of David Collingsworth. And remember 9/11, Wednesday, 9/11/2024. Remember 9/11, September the 11th, 2001. Keep that day in somber. And now back to the prison show.
All right. Savannah, do you have a shout out?
Yeah, sure. So I always want to shout out my brother. He can't hear me from way up there, but I I call him Macho. I think everybody thinks that's his prison name, but we've called him that since he was a baby. That's his real nickname, Macho. So shout out to Macho. My son, his name is South Park. You know, everybody has a different name. So
Yeah.
South Park is his name. And then I also want to tell everybody, Pasquale always forgets, but if you need to communicate with him, you can communicate with him at our P.O. box. So I'm going to give that now. It's 395 Sawdust Road, Suite 2146 in the Woodlands, Texas, 77380. That's 395 Sawdust Road, Suite 2146 in the Woodlands, Texas, 77380. That's also the Be Frank for Justice box, but Pasquale you can reach him there, and I'll get the messages to him.
I didn't know you were in the Woodlands.
I used to live in the Woodlands. It's a long story. I think there's a whole segment that I can tell you about my journey from Houston to San Antonio and then back here. Pasquale brought me back to Houston.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started my my org when I lived in the Woodlands, so that's where I did a lot of work out there. Very different climate than in Houston for sure. But yeah, that's where my org started 6 years ago.
Wow. Okay. All right. That's what I live in the Woodlands.
You do.
Yeah.
I'm still out there. I used to be the criminal justice chair of the Montgomery County NAACP.
Oh, okay.
When I lived out there. I was busy in the Woodlands. I really was. There's a lot of work to be done. If you can imagine, as big as Houston is, there's a lot of work to be done in the criminal justice realm in Montgomery County.
Yeah, I
a
was
lot
about
of
to say,
folks not willing to really take it on. But yeah, definitely kept me busy in addition to my full-time job. But I still do some things. I still have some friends that I made, and maybe not, maybe enemies too, but yeah, there's still always work to be done. So I just go where I'm called, and so I'm so close now that if someone needs help, I still go out there too.
Okay. All right. I remember when you for a while there you had different, it's like you were in Austin.
So I was everywhere, right? So when I was in the Woodlands, of course, I did a lot of work around the school board because I had some things going on with my son. And so I was able to get quite a bit done. There was a couple of other instances. I don't know if you guys remember at Oak Ridge High School where the kids had an incident where the principal basically profiled them, and it made national news.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they had reached out, and so we organized around that, and just lots of, I'm always in Austin because that's where all the legislative work happens.
Absolutely,
so,
yes.
And then doing work around the abolition bill that we're going to refile. So just, I go where I'm called.
Yes. And next year I plan to be at the Capitol.
Yes.
More with I think that people need to, we were talking before the show, that the bills, you can start filing the bill. We'll know the bill numbers.
Yeah,
some of them.
The bills in November.
No.
So folks will start filing bills in November. TIFA's going to do our earned time credit bill. And I think people don't realize how much work goes behind really carrying a bill. So filing part is really the easy part. But you have, in order for you to work the bill, you've got to get out there, let people know about it. You've got to walk the halls of the Capitol. It really is work. And so, when we ask for volunteers, even if folks are willing to make calls, volunteers are always needed. And it doesn't matter if it's a bill that I'm not carrying myself, if it's something that someone is interested in, I always try to put them in contact with the org that is, supporting or authoring or sponsoring or whatever the bill, because it is a lot of work. We can always use help. And people usually wait till, they see the hearings and stuff, and then it's what do I do? Well, actually, it's been 4 months already, and, we've been working on it. So, just aim to be a part of the process, from beginning to end, because when you jump in, it's really hard to plug people in where you need them, because most folks have been, even in the interim, working on their bills. You see the lawsuit with the heat. I mean, some things need to be done outside of the Capitol, right?
Absolutely.
And so there's always something we can do. I say this all the time, and I hope someone is hearing me, like as someone who started this work just like because my loved one was incarcerated, right? And having to learn so many things. Like, I really try to plug people to like where the avenues are that they want to go, right? So if you don't have to support TIFA or the bill, but if it's something, if we are working on something that you want to plug into, like, contact me. If I might know somebody, but I want to get people plugged in and get them involved and engaged, because I get a lot of calls, all the time. Sharon and I, like, Pasquale can attest to this, like, and he didn't realize, like, I have 2 phones and they go off a lot. And so it's like people always reach out for help, and my goal is to empower them to help themselves. So, I mean, I would be happy to call, but I'm going to tell you who you can call. Like, and then if that doesn't work, you can call me. But, I want, to encourage people to, like, take up their own mantle. Like, and you can do it. It's the same thing that I would do, right? You can do it. So I want folks to just feel empowered to go call and do whatever they need to do to support their loved ones, because they can do it.
Yes, you can. I mean, yeah, we're living proof you can.
You can do it. And there's so much work. Like, I work all the time. There's so much to be done.
There really is. Even, and I think a big thing that we need to strive for this coming session, the rumor mill, is so rampant. It's like, if you don't assume a bill has passed. Yeah. Do not assume that. Ask. Like, even the mailroom with this one, HB 607. The mailroom.
Well, the main rumor I hear a lot is that the 85%. Like, everybody always talks about that. Every year somebody says, oh, the bill passed, or, you only have to do 85% of your time or whatever. And I'm like, what? I was there, and I never heard about it. But I agree. Like, if there's a bill, and then again, like, going back to TIFA, everyone knows that TIFA files the earned time credit bill. And I always hear, did the bill pass? The bill did pass. Reach out to us. We can tell you. We can keep you abreast of the progress of the bill, or have your family members reach out to us. Go to our page. We do post updates on the Facebook page, and we have a website. We have a P.O. box. We'll be happy to update you on the bill. We want to make sure that folks are in the know, and that they're spreading the right information. And we have the newsletter too.
Yeah, don't forget the newsletter.
Right, we have the newsletter too, and so that's always a great avenue to keep folks updated. But just make sure that we're sharing the right information. And
Well, this coming session, I am going to strive to make sure that I update the every Friday night on the criminal justice bills. Hey, this one didn't get out of committee, or this one's pushing forward, that.
There are a lot. I think the key really is to find an area of focus, really, because, like, one year I was there, I think it was the session before last, there were almost 60 parole bills. And, there's no way you can keep up. But now some of them were companion bills and stuff, but, I mean,
it's hard to keep up.
It's very hard. So maybe we can team up.
Absolutely. And what do we always say? If we work together, we all need to work together.
Absolutely.
That's the only way we're going to get anything accomplished. And now we have Christy on line 1. Hey, Christy.
Hello. So I thought I would do a shout out to Cedric. I'm not sure if he is listening. His radio's been acting up, but I didn't want to. Thought I'd take a chance and see. Cedric, I love you. I miss you immensely. everything's going good here, and we're always thinking about you. And I hope I get to talk to you soon. Really praying that happens. I hope that you are getting some sleep and taking care of yourself. Okay, that was it. I love you. Good night.
Good night, Christy.
Thank you.
Oh, that was quick. Okay, Manuela on line 2.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm all right so far. I ended my work now. I'm on the way home, and I want to say hello to you and all the guys at the prison show, and do my shout out to my sweet and precious husband, Robert Robertson, Polanski Unit, Death Watch. Hey, hello, baby. I do hope and pray that you are there and not fall asleep. I want to let you know that I love you with all of my heart, baby. I'm always thinking of you, and I can't wait to see you soon, my love. I do hope and pray that you are good and as well as possibly you can be at this time. As for me, I'm all right so far. I'm finished with my night shift now, and I'm on the way back home. I sit in my car, and I read David's message, and I thought that I want to say hello to everybody, and especially to you, my love. And I want you to know that you're always on my mind, and you are very deeply in my heart, baby. And I need you, and I want you, and I love you for the rest of my life, baby. I can't wait the day I see you soon, and to talk to you, and look into your blue eyes, my love, and to see your smile, and spend time with you, my love. And we do hope and pray that everything will go well, and the bad things don't happen, baby. So now I want to drive at home and go to sleep, and I will write to you tomorrow. I got your messages, and you said that you only got one message from me since Friday. I don't know what happened, but I think you will get the other ones too. I love you, baby, with all of my heart, and I will never stop loving you, and I will never give up on you and our dreams and everything we want to do. Good night, sweetheart. Sleep well, sweet and pleasant dreams, my love. Hear you soon and see you soon. Good night, baby. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thank you for everything.
Have a great weekend, Manuela.
Good night, Manuela.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, now we have Hank.
Hey.
Hey.
Well, you're doing a pretty good job. That's what I got to tell you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Hank.
All of y'all. You know, I was thinking about it a minute ago, and as long as I'm on here, I want to reach back a little and do a shout out to Ray and Dewey. You know, I haven't thought about them in a while, and, you know, I talk about the show all the time to different folks, but y'all are just doing a real good job carrying forward what Ray had started.
Well, thank you. Thank you. We try. We talk about them all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think about them all that often, but when I do, it's, it's a fond memory. And, for a lot of reasons, really. I can never get over Dewey always shaking his finger at me and, don't pound on the table, don't rattle the papers and all that.
Well, if you didn't pound on the table and rattle the papers, he wouldn't have had to do that.
Yeah, he wouldn't have had to do that. Yeah. but at least he had a job that way.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
How's everybody doing?
Well, we're blessed, man. We miss you.
Well, I miss y'all too. Shoot, but I got to tell you, retirement is good stuff, man.
You mean you're not on a cruise somewhere?
No, but we're going in February.
Yeah. I get off parole in February. Maybe I'll come with you.
Woohoo, man. Way to go.
It's been 35 years, man. Maybe I'll get a cruise this time.
Yeah. Get your passport.
Yeah, go on that one with you where they got all the bands.
Yeah, Jam Cruise. That's the one we're going on.
Yeah, they also got one.
About that, like I tell the prison show.
They got a country music one too. Ain't nothing but country music the whole cruise.
We went on that one time too. It was pretty good. The atmosphere was a little different, but it was pretty good.
Bunch of rednecks.
Well, no, not so much.
Really?
You know, not as much as you would expect, but kind of cliquish. You know, just different groups for, one group was a little better than the other group. They thought I feel like that anyway. Well, but it was a little fun anyway.
That's whenever you elbow your way right in the middle of them.
Oh yeah. Yep. Well, so who were the guests you had on tonight? I saw the Texas Prison Alliance, and what was horse therapy? Was that about
Sharon Bass?
Yeah, Sharon. Yeah.
Her name's McKinney now, though.
Yeah, McKinney. Yeah.
Yeah. She's got she moved and she's living up there where her husband had a bunch of property, I guess, and they bought more property. They ended up selling down in Goliad, I guess is where it is now. So they sold Jim's old place up here by the lake, and they moved down there into Goliad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how many acres they got. They got a bunch of acres. How many acres they got down there, Savannah?
I don't know, but it's a lot.
It's a lot.
I went riding on there. It's a lot.
Yeah, they got a big old place down there. So, and that equine therapy, that's really some good stuff. And she didn't go into a whole bunch of it like I had really wanted her to. I think she's holding her cards close to her chest because I think she wants to do a bunch of veteran stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, I know they do that with disabled children and stuff.
Yeah.
And the kids love it.
She does.
They start off, some of them are scared of horses, to start with. But by the time they're done with them, they're having a ball.
Yeah, well, them horses, they got a lot of love to give, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I like horses. Shoot. How's Miss Linda doing? I didn't get a chance to talk to her there.
She's back here. I just turned her mic on.
Yeah, he cuts me off because I'm too noisy.
Well, you can be noisy. I don't have no doubt about that.
It's the feedback we get between the two mics.
Oh, yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, I miss you, Hank. We're going to have to get together one night.
Yeah, we'll have to go out and get everybody together and go do dinner.
Yeah, we ought to all do that.
How's Marink Monk doing?
I think he's doing okay.
Oh, okay. Good. Because for a while there, wasn't that good,
Yeah.
So that's good to hear. Maybe we can get him too.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I know I don't call like I ought to, but it's y'all's show now, and I feel like y'all are doing a good job with it, and everybody talks about it. And I tell them, well, I used to host this thing, the prison show, and everybody that knows about it, currently, right now, or they know about it from Ray's years. So, I was kind of in the middle of all that, but I don't know. It's amazing to me the number of people that do know about the show. So that's a good thing. Now, if we can just get them to give some money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, call 713-526-5738, option number 1.
Yeah, that's right. And if you can, become a sustainer. If you can give $10 or $20 a month, that goes a long way towards helping. First off, the show needs to meet its goals, but it also helps pay the bills regular for KPFT.
Here we go. We just got finished with Fund Drive. Oh, my.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. You can give anytime.
Yes, you can.
And speaking of give, you can text the word give to someone.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely. I've got, I've gotten the habit of coming in there with Mrs. V on Sunday mornings and, helping her do her show. But she's getting now where she can run that board by herself. So I don't know how much longer that, if she wants me to come in, I'll come in. I love KPFT and all.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed my time doing the prison show. It was a labor of love,
How's Gumbo doing?
Gumbo's doing pretty good. I think I raised about, I raised more than my goals.
That's what counts. Yeah.
1,140 or something like that. I forget. But, I raised a couple of hundred more than that. But partly because I have a good sustainer, and it rolled over right before the fund drive. So I got credit for that sustaining pledge. So that was most of it.
That helped out
there.
good, huh?
Man, yeah. Yeah, she's just a real good sustainer. And that, that's really what KPFT needs.
Yeah,
we now, I think we're raising about 21 or 22,000 a month from sustainers. So that pays a lot of the bills now.
Yeah, we get enough sustainers, we don't have to have pledge drive anymore.
Right. Well, they could still do pledge drive, though, because there's stuff we need, But
for the most part, though, it'd be few and far between.
Yeah, and make them shorter for good. Ugh.
Yeah, well, last one it went by pretty fast. Now the one before that was pretty long.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we did 3 weeks time before last.
Yeah, the 3-week ones just kill me.
Yeah,
and, after a while, people start changing the station.
Yeah, well, our listeners did really well time before last. This last time, they were there for us, but we didn't do as well as we did time before last.
Oh.
But that's okay, though, because we have sustainers. Most of our listeners are sustainers.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
And then you have folks like us that we give and sustain again.
Yeah.
Yeah, sustainers plus a little extra here and there, yeah.
Linda's got 2 or 3 bricks out in front.
Atta girl.
Yeah.
Well, Ms. Linda, how are you enjoying it out there at the ranch?
Oh, I'm enjoying it a lot. It's really nice and peaceful, that's for sure.
Yeah.
She gets lost in the grass, though.
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
It's taller than she is.
We've got this goat weed out there now. I don't know how it came up. Like in 2 weeks' time, it's like taking over the whole pasture.
Yeah, I saw that in your pictures.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know where. And they said that like the cows won't eat it, and neither will the horse or the llamas. They won't eat it at all.
Maybe goats will.
Yeah, goats. I think maybe they do. I don't know. I need to get some goats, but I got to have a fence because we've got that 5-wire fence around the 86 acres, and it's the goats get out of it, So.
Oh yeah. Well, they're escape artists anyway.
They are. So I got to build a special fencing in the area that I want to keep the goats at, and then probably get it to where I can move it around, And maybe
I've seen that where they do that with chickens and stuff too. Move the pen.
Right. Yeah, I could just do something like that. So it's a lot of work, though. I tell you what, it's a lot of work out there.
Yeah. Well, anytime you got animals or that much property, it's going to be work.
Right.
We just come back from my aunt and uncle's up in East Texas, outside of Livingston up there. And, they're in there. Well, she's 85 and he's 87. And last year he gave up the hay making finally and turned it over to his son. And his son's working, running a school district right now. And he's turning it over to another guy up there. And I think that's probably where it'll stay, because it's so much work.
Well, we bale hay at Buffalo. I have the other place in Buffalo that I inherited from my parents, and we bale hay there to bring over to Wortham. Because when you have cows living on the property, you can't really bale because they got all. Yeah. My cows are not trained to go to the bathroom in one place. They just go everywhere.
Yeah. Well, that's free fertilizer.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I just want to call in and say hi to you guys. let you know I miss you, and I appreciate that y'all are carrying on so good what Ray started. You know, it's a good thing. And shout out to everybody out there in the units. You know, hang in there. Most of you are going to get parole dates. It may not be when you want, but you'll get one.
Yeah.
In almost all the cases. But when you get out, keep your head up, because there's people like me and David that are able to get out here and make it. And if knuckleheads like us can do it, you can do it too. Nothing to it. You're going to have the same problems everybody else has. You're going to think they're worse, but it's the same problems everybody has.
I know.
You got to pay those doggone bills and deal with crabby people and everything else.
Yeah, ain't that
Well,
the
I'm
truth?
out having fun. Yeah. I hadn't had to hear your crabbiness in a while.
Hey now. Hey now.
I'm not getting that middle finger right now, am I?
Would I do that? Would
Uh-huh.
I?
She gave it to me tonight at dinner table.
I did.
She did.
Oh, boy.
I flipped her off, really.
Yeah, she sure did.
Well, Well, anyway, I just wanted to call in, do a quick shout out and plug the show a little and let y'all know that I do hear about it quite a bit from folks, and I talk about it to anybody that doesn't know about it. Hopefully people will tune in and support it,
Well, thank you, Hank. Thank you for calling. Call back
All
again
right.
soon.
I will. I love y'all.
Love
We
you
love
too.
you too.
All right. Now, Linda, do you want to do a shout out?
You want to do Stacy first?
Oh, Stacy. Okay, go ahead.
This is to my husband, Sporty Black. Hey, baby, this is Wifey. Kissing your blues chaser. Yeah, I'll tuck you in. I don't know if we'll get our whispers in PM. We'll see. We got Kate's party tonight. Mimi and I have been to town and loaded up on some groceries. Then I kissed you in our e-note. I didn't send. I'll probably the weekend, though. I published our AP post, but not our VP post. I'll work on it the weekend. I've taken care of Mom's Tippy, yeah. Touched base with her and talked to her today, and she's well. The girls are behaving, and that's about it, baby. It's just me out here missing you terribly much. Stay safe, remain focused. Know I'm out here all and forever yours. Mwah. I love you, Sporty. Mwah. Take care of my boo-boo.
All right.
Her boo-boo.
Boo-boo. Hey, Linda, boo-boo. You want to shout out?
I sure do. Okay, I'm going to give a shout out to Joel White, Michael Moyers, Thomas Miller L., Paul DeVoe, William Owen Sr., Jaime Cole, Franklin Davis, Will Spear, Cedric Marks, Robert Satterfield, Robert Solis, Lucky Ward, Ronald Haskell, William Hudson, Juan Balderas, Blaine Milam, Paul Story, Walter Sorto, Robert Roberson, Britt Ripkowski, Charles Hill, Dwayne Buck, Tyrone Williams, Charles Ray Thurman, Iron Thunderhorse, I can't read my writing, Curtis Robertson, Stephen Curry, Eugene Broxton, Marcus Drury, Troy Glover, Bill Sims, Paper Cup at the Estelle Unit, Midget Titan at the Estelle Unit, Ken Decker, Gregory Allen at the Dieball Unit, Jedediah Reed at the Luther Unit, and Sugar Pom Pom. It was so great to talk to you tonight. I hope you have a great week.
Sugar Pom Pom.
Yes.
All right. Now, I have a few shout-outs to one of my very best friends, Farron. Robert Solis, again, had a great visit with you. T, Big Head, Blaine, Daniel Ramirez, and Michael Ferguson, Larry, Kenneth Decker, Troy Glover, Joel White, Brian Bolt, Jay at the Win Unit, Joshua at the Estelle Unit and Bull at the Estelle Unit, along with Midget Titan and Paper Cup at Estelle. And, of course, Rexalicious and CJ. Can't forget about Rexalicious and CJ. And, of course, Stephen Russell. Talk to him tonight. He's always something else. Something else. But big shout out to Stephen Russell. All right, David. Oh, Pasquale, do you have any shout outs? Yeah. Pasquale has some shout outs.
I want to give a shout out to Hardy Braxton, Carol Vance, Andre Salone, Ramsey Unit, my brother-in-law, Macho, Mr. Brooks, Carol Vance Unit, the director, and everybody over there I was over there with when I was in the Prison Fellowship Academy. God bless y'all.
Awesome. Oh, he's so sweet.
A while ago, I had to turn the music. I had to turn the music up and him way down because he was overbearing. And now he gets on there talking shout outs and he's real quiet. I got to crank the volume way up. Say, I want to make a shout out tonight, and this one kind of hurts me a little bit, but I understand. I want to shout out to Dennis Price. You know, we play Dennis's music quite often, the Dennis Price Band, and Dennis was real close to us for a long time. And Dennis has been going through some struggles, and he's been going through some stuff, and he just accepted responsibility. That's the best way I can put it. He accepted responsibility, and we just want him to know. And if you guys see Dennis whenever he comes down to visit you, you guys let him know how much the prison show loves him, and you guys make him feel welcome, make him feel at home. He's going to be with you for a little while. He decided he did the same thing once before. He just decided he's going to do his time. So he's coming down there to do his time. He took responsibility for his actions, and it may not. I'd have took responsibility for my actions, but I may not have done it the same way he did. But he's a grown man. He's got to do his own time. So he chose to do it that way. So y'all make him feel welcome, and let him know that the prison show loves him. So.
But we don't have a unit yet, right?
No, we don't know what unit he is. Right now he's still in the county. I guess today he was in court at in Llano, and now he'll be going up to like Barnett or something like that. I've never heard of one county transferring to another county. They usually go straight into TDCJ. But, once you get out in them little bitty, I say little bitty counties, but they're spread out. They just don't have a lot of people. They're big, but they don't have a lot of people. So Barnett is more they're equipped for long-term care, where Llano County's not equipped for long-term care. Barnett County's got, I don't know, a little over 500 people in it. So they're more equipped. And hopefully he won't have to spend a lot of time in county anyway. They can get him on over to Goree or wherever they go now. We used to call it diagnostics, but
it's bird unit.
The bird unit, but he'll go through a state jail facility first. Like I went up to Hutchins State Jail, or I don't know. They got that one over in Beaumont. There's a bunch of them, so they'll find one that's close to him, and he'll go in. It's an entry unit. They do diagnostics there like they used to at the bird unit. But then whenever you hit the bird unit now, you're not there very long unless you come from out of state or you get assigned there. I was there one time. I came from Indiana, and I was there for like 90 days. That's about the max you're going to stay there. And
I don't know. They've been keeping them there for a little bit now.
Longer than 90 days?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really equipped for that, so that's not unless they're in like trouble or something and they're locked down.
No, some of them are getting like commuted to life sentences, and they're staying there.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. It's special cases. It's not like normal population.
Well, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like South Park Mexican went through there. He stayed there for a little while. But they put him back in what they call C building, which really isn't even C building, but it's not even lockdown. I mean, it's lockdown. So it's
Get off the
different.
keyboard.
Who's on the keyboard?
I don't know, but something's on the keyboard. It's going.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I looked up and all I see is these plus signs going. Vroom, vroom,
Yeah, Linda had her headphones on it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, we still got a couple minutes. You ain't got any more news articles? Ain't nothing that's really happening?
Oh, there's a whole lot of going on with all the I have been again with the food. The quality of food is going down, and I'm hearing it not just from one unit. This is like across the board. All the units are complaining. We're also seeing an uptake in suicides. I know the heat. People were blaming it a lot on the heat, but there is just so many suicides across the board too. It's not just at one facility. And then of course the riots that recently happened at the McConnell, the Garza, and the Estelle, that I know the heat has a lot to do with people getting mad. We get mad when we get hot out here, so I can't even imagine what y'all deal with inside. But there's just, it seems to be, but one thing, TDC has rolled out on their website the 2030 plan.
Oh, yeah.
So if you would like any information regarding their 2030 plan, and hopefully the food, I know that they do have plans for better quality food, which I hope goes across the every unit. Keeping my fingers crossed for that. But again, if y'all have issues that y'all want addressed, I know Brittany Robertson handles like a multitude of, groups of people. I do too, but I'm starting to target more specific, like what's going on, if, like, for instance, my friend Brian with the mail. Mm-hmm. I'm going to jump on that on Monday.
It's hard, sometimes you gotta, like, I used to do like all types of grievances, but it's overbearing sometimes. So I mostly handle like medical, and then Sharon will handle the rest. Like
we need a couple of medical ladies. We haven't had medical ladies in a long time.
Hi, Savannah.
Well, y'all know I'm a nurse in real life.
Yeah, she's a nurse in real life, so you just fit perfectly.
Fit right
girl.
in there.
Okay.
Yeah. And Miss Lidicum too. So.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm also on the Academic Consortium of Criminal Justice Health.
Ooh, you go,
working
girl.
on
Hey,
Medicaid
that falls right up in there. We knew you'd come by tonight for some reason.
Yeah. No, we can always have conversations. Yeah. I'm doing all kind of stuff, but that's for another day.
All right.
Time to go. We appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. It's been a great show, a lot of information, a lot of laughs. We've had a lot of laughs tonight. That's good for us. And you guys tune in next week. And enjoy the cool weather this weekend. It's going to be nice. But stay tuned for DJ Rico Black. He's in the house tonight with the Housetonians. He's going to be playing some jamming music. And I'm on the bike, so I get to jam all the way home. You guys have a good night. We really appreciate it.
Have a great weekend.
Good night, everybody.
See you at visiting hours next week. Mama remember